What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jones at 4K, bringing you guys another Forza Horizon 5 drift build and tune video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be working on the 2021 BMW M3. We're going to be getting into the build, followed by the tune, and then we're going to take it out to the mountain to see if we can 3-star the zone and also put down 1,000,000 points. Now, also in today's video, I know you guys have noticed this is a stock looking BMW. What we're going to do is we're going to build this car together. I'm going to take you guys through my build process, and then I'm going to show you the guys the tune after I build and tune it, and then we're going to take it out to the mountain. Let's get right to it. All right, so now we have this fresh BMW. I just got it, by the way. The first thing I do when I'm looking at cars is I look to see how much power the stock motor makes, and I look at the torque and HP band. I'm not a big fan of this one, and I've also heard how this car drives and how the stock motor feels. So we're gonna look through the motor swaps. So we have the 4.8 V8, we have the 4.0 V8, the 5-liter V10, and then we have the 2JZ. Me personally, this car is heavy already as it is. I'm gonna go with the 2JZ because I have a horsepower number in mind. So we're gonna go with the Racing 3.0, sorry. We're gonna leave this BMW rear wheel drive. I know we're gonna put the race clutch. We're gonna go with the drift 4-speed. We're gonna go with the race driveline, and then the drift differential. Those are a must. You can always opt out for different transmissions, so you can go for the race transmission. If you're using 9-speed, 7-speed, 10-speed, you can go to 6-speed as well. But if you're using like the 7, 8, 9, 10-speed, you're a menace. Okay, you're crazy. I wouldn't do that. Platform and handling, you want to put all your race parts on, but you want to go with your drift springs and dampers, which is always the best choice. So you got the race roll bars, front and rear. You got the race roll cage, and then obviously you want to lighten your car up as light as you can get it. So that's actually a pretty good drop from 3,900 pounds to 31. That's pretty good. For the body kit, I don't know if I like that or not. We'll go with this wing. We're definitely not doing those tailpipes. Awful. And then we'll go with those side skirts, and then we'll go with this front bumper. Yeah, that's fine. For the wheels, you guys know I use the semi slicks. So we have a 275 in the front, and then we have a 285 in the back, which is interesting. So we're gonna keep the 285. We're not gonna go no bigger than that. All right, so I just saw that the rear looks pretty good and tucked under there. So we're gonna leave the rear track width like this, but we're also gonna max out the front, and that didn't bring it out that much. And then wheels, it looks like we have new wheels. So these are new. Okay, I like those. These are new. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, these are fire. No, we're going with these. Yeah, we're gonna go with these. And then, so for the power, I was already thinking, like, it depended on the tire size. So this car comes with a 285. So I was thinking somewhere around the 1,000, right under 1,000 horsepower. So I got an idea. All right, so we're gonna go with the race fuel system, the race ignition, the race valves, the street engine block, and then we're gonna keep the stock turbo. So this car has 995 horsepower, 705 foot-pounds of torque. It weighs 3195 with a 53% weight distribution. I like those numbers. This should actually be pretty good. So now, with the power of YouTube editing, I'll bring you guys back when I got the car tuned. All right, guys, so after about an hour and a half, about 2 hours of tuning, we finally got a tune for the car. So diving into the tune of the car. For the tire pressure, we have 28 PSI in the front with 17 PSI in the rear. For our gear ratio, we have a 410 final drive, a 300 first gear, a 200 second, a 150 third, and then a 133 fourth gear. For our alignment, we're running -4.5 degrees in the front, -0.2 degrees in the rear. For for our toe out, we have 0.3 degrees toe out and negative 0.6 degrees toe in. And then for our front caster angle, we have 5 degrees. For our roll bars, we have 34.9 in the front and then 20.9 in the rear. For our springs, we have 840.5 in the front spring and then 392.4 in the rear spring. And then for our ride height, we have 4.3 in the front and then 5.1 in the rear. For our dampening, we have 9.8 in the front rebound stiffness and then 6.9 in the rear rebound stiffness. And then for our bump stiffness, we have 3.2 front bump with a 2.26 bump. For our arrow, we don't have any adjustable arrows, so it's locked in the front and locked in the rear. For our brake balance, we have 70% brake balance, and then for our brake pressure, we have 60%. And then lastly, for our differential, we have 100% acceleration with the 100% deceleration, giving this car a locked differential. That was the build. This is the tune. Let's take it out to the mountain. All right, guys, we done made it to the top of the mountain. Let's not waste no time. Let's get some heat into these tires and let's send it down to see if we can put up 1,000,000 points plus. All right, guys, so I will say this, of the newer BMWs that I've driven in Forza Horizon 5, this one is probably the most, like, even though it's 50%, 53% weight distribution, this is probably one of the most well-balanced ones I've driven in a while. Like, it's definitely well-balanced. Like, it don't feel like, it don't feel front heavy. It don't have that feel, you know, it don't feel sluggish. It feels very, very controlled on the front end of the car. And I mean, it felt like that stock as well, you know. I did drive it stock before I made the video, so. And I also noticed that, you know, after driving this car a lot with the gear ratio, so I have the final drive at 410. Depending on how you like your cars to feel, you know, cause I really don't drive the mountain a lot unless I'm making a video for you guys. Or I'm showing people, you know, how, you know, how they can get, you know, the points downhill. So I expect a little bit more, you know, top end out of my gears. But if you wanted to, you could get away with the 405 or even the 400 final drive. I mean, either one of those will do very, very well. I've tried them all. I've done 1,000,000 points with them all. You could do it. I've only had 2 runs where I did not do 1,000,000 points. And that was like my early stages of tuning. Stock with the build, I almost did 1,000,000. I think I did 997,000. So I mean, the build alone, the car is fine. Suspension wise, the car handles the power and the inputs very, very well. Like, there's not really much I can say wrong about the car and how it feels. Very easy to tune, very easy to drive. This car is 20 points in this week's seasonal, so I would say get it, add it to your list. It's definitely a good car to have. Even if you don't want to drift a car, add it to your list just to have the car, because it's not very often that, you know, Horizon, they want to throw us new cars. So when they do, I say grab them while you can. Honestly, I haven't done any tandems with the car yet, but something tells me, like, I was doing the figure eights and I was doing some other sections, this car wouldn't be no problem. This car will put down some really nice lead runs. This car would definitely do really good in the chase, very aggressive in the chase. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. As you guys can see, the car definitely, it sits stable. The rear end stays out very well. There's 1,033,000. I mean, it definitely drives good, drives very well. I know I say that a lot about a lot of cars. I'm gonna be a little bit biased anyway because I tune the cars, But the car does drive very well, and the car is very, very stable. The car definitely looks good. I had to take the white off, put the blue on there because I like BMWs in blue. I do now have, I will say I do have adequate amount of equipment for my videos and my streaming and stuff like that. I finally got my CPU cooled. It was blue screening because it was overheating. The old cooler I had on there wasn't cooling the new CPU I had. So now we got a new case, bigger cooler. I mean, everything so far has been doing pretty good. Graphics are still good. Frames are still really, really good. You know, I always hate getting the video out late for you guys, but I'm gonna keep trying to do what I do, man. And you guys have been so supportive, and y'all ain't been complaining. You guys have been really supportive, man. You guys have been grateful for what I do put out. And I will say this: if you watch the video and then you type into the comments, I want the tune, I need the tune. The tunes are typically posted in the description. The tune is given in the video, and the tune is sometimes time stamped on the screen. Okay, watch the video. Okay, don't skip the video. Watch the video. All your answers will be, all your questions will be answered if you just watch the video. But guys, I do appreciate you guys. That is gonna be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Comment down below if you have any suggestions and any car builds you guys want. Subscribe to the channel as we are continue to grow. You guys are super, super dope, and I'll see you all in the next video.